The 6-month betrayal. A lifetime of lessons and revenge. For 8 years, Ethan and Olivia had what most would call a picture-perfect marriage. They shared a beautiful home, 2 energetic dogs, and plans to start a family. Ethan adored Olivia, dedicating himself to their life together with unwavering commitment. He believed they were a team, partners in every sense of the word. But as Ethan would come to learn, appearances could be deceiving. The beginning of suspicion. Ethan first noticed the changes in Olivia 6 months prior. She had started working late more often, claiming her job as an event planner was becoming increasingly demanding. Her phone, once casually left on the kitchen counter, was now glued to her hand or tucked away, and her demeanor toward Ethan had grown distant. One evening, Ethan found himself sitting alone at the dinner table, the food cold and untouched. Olivia had texted to say she'd be late again, citing yet another work emergency. A nagging feeling gnawed at him, but he pushed it aside. "Don't be paranoid," he told himself. "She's just busy." But the late nights turned into weekends away for work retreats, and the excuses became harder to believe. The discovery. Ethan's suspicions finally boiled over when Olivia left her laptop open on the kitchen counter one morning. She had forgotten to close her email, and a message preview caught his eye. "Last night was incredible. Can't wait to see you again. D." His stomach dropped. Hands trembling, Ethan clicked on the email thread. The messages painted a vivid picture of Olivia's affair with a man named Daniel, a colleague she had been working with for months. The affair wasn't just physical, it was emotional. The two shared intimate details, plans for secret rendezvous, and even inside jokes that cut Ethan to his core. He slammed the laptop shut, his mind racing with anger, betrayal, and a desire for answers. The confrontation. That evening, Ethan waited for Olivia to come home. When she walked through the door, her face lit up with a fake smile that only fueled his rage. "How was work?" he asked, barely concealing his sarcasm. "Exhausting," she replied, kicking off her heels. "I need a shower." "You mean you need to wash off Daniel?" Her head snapped toward him, eyes wide with panic. "What are you talking about?" Ethan grabbed her laptop from the counter and opened the incriminating emails. "Care to explain this?" Olivia's face turned ashen. She stammered, trying to come up with an excuse, but the evidence was undeniable. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she said, tears streaming down her face. "It's over now." "It didn't mean anything, Ethan. Please, let's fix this." But Ethan couldn't hear her through the deafening roar of his shattered trust. The plan for revenge. Ethan's initial instinct was to leave, to pack his things, and walk away from the wreckage of their marriage. But as the days passed, anger replaced despair, and a new resolve took hold of him. "I gave her everything," he thought. "She doesn't get to walk away unscathed." Instead of confronting her further, Ethan began to plan. If Olivia wanted out of their marriage in such a destructive way, he would make sure she paid for her betrayal. Step 1. Financial control. Ethan was the sole breadwinner in their household. Olivia's income from event planning was inconsistent, and she relied on Ethan's support for most of their expenses. Quietly, Ethan began taking steps to protect his assets. He moved half of their savings into a separate account under his name and canceled the joint credit cards. He also consulted a lawyer to understand his rights and prepare for an eventual divorce. When Olivia tried to use her card to book an event venue one day, and it was declined, she confronted Ethan. "We're having financial issues," he lied smoothly. "I had to make some adjustments. Don't worry about it." She believed him, too distracted by her secret life to dig deeper. Step 2. Gathering evidence. Ethan hired a private investigator to track Olivia's movements. Within weeks, he had photos, videos, and records of her rendezvous with Daniel. The PI even uncovered text messages where Olivia complained about Ethan, mocking his dedication to her. The evidence wasn't just for the divorce, it was for Ethan's own sense of closure. Step 3. The reveal. Ethan waited for Olivia's birthday to spring his trap. She had planned a dinner party with friends and family, excited to celebrate her special day. As the guests mingled, Ethan stood up to make a toast. "I want to thank everyone for coming tonight," he began, his voice steady despite the storm brewing inside him. "I also want to thank my wife for the past 8 years of marriage. It's been enlightening." Olivia smiled nervously, sensing something was off. In fact, Ethan continued, holding up a folder, I've prepared a slideshow to show everyone just how enlightening it's been. He clicked the remote, and the TV screen lit up with photos of Olivia and Daniel in compromising positions. Gasps filled the room as the evidence played out for everyone to see. Happy birthday, Olivia, Ethan said coldly before walking out. The aftermath. The fallout was immediate. Olivia's friends and family were horrified, many of them cutting ties with her. Word of the scandal spread quickly, tarnishing her reputation in both her personal and professional circles. Ethan filed for divorce, armed with irrefutable evidence of her infidelity. The court granted him a favorable settlement, leaving Olivia with little more than her personal belongings. A lifetime of lessons. Ethan moved on, but he never forgot the pain Olivia caused him. Over time, he channeled his experience into something positive. He started a blog sharing his journey through betrayal, which resonated with thousands of readers. Years later, he met someone new, a woman named Claire, who had also endured a painful divorce. Together, they built a relationship founded on trust, honesty, and mutual respect. As for Olivia, she tried to rebuild her life, but struggled to escape the shadow of her affair. Daniel left her shortly after the scandal broke, and she found herself alone and regretful. Ethan's revenge wasn't about ruining Olivia's life. It was about reclaiming his own. And in the end, he found the happiness he deserved, knowing his story had helped others find strength in their own struggles. The end.